All right, good afternoon, Craps fans. This is Scott from Paradise Craps. Back at you for a Friday crappy hour. Hope everybody's having a good day. All righty. Dr. S., good evening. Happy Friday. 415, fever. Yeah, I didn't make any videos, but we went over to Ellis Island because they have like a Formula One package that they're advertising. I wanted to get more information, but nobody there was able to give me any more information. But anyway, I played a little bubble craps, made a quick 50 bucks over there. Then we went over to the Formula One pit building, took a look at that. I think we're going to go back on Tuesday because they got a free offer for doing the simulators. And the line wasn't bad. It was 20 to 30 minutes. But I figured I'd go back. Yeah, why? My wife said, why wait 20 to 30 minutes when you can wait 5 to 10? So we'll go on Tuesday when they open. Check that out. And then we stopped at the Orleans on the way home. And we sat down at Bubble Craps, and Linda did her first Baccarat session, made a quick 50 bucks. So again, I didn't record it at all, but quick 100 bucks today on Baccarat. Not on Baccarat, but on Bubble Craps, playing the Wayland's Way Craps Baccarat. All right, so that is a 5-2. Coming out. 314, Little Joe. So following IPTV's advice to reduce the ratio of required wins to losses, I bumped it up to $100. And so far on win craps, I'm 60 and 8. So, and I'm up $2,000. I got all the way through like high 40s with no losses. And then they just started going bam, 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 hitting. But 60 and 8 right now. 325, fever. Did your phone ring?
It's somebody calling me from the gate, but I'm not expecting a delivery, so I'm not just gonna buzz them through.
Yeah, well, thank you, IPTV. That was a good suggestion. No, I was talking to you. $639. So I still don't have my $500 back, so I couldn't play it at that $500 level. That won't be till September. But we put 200 in. I put 200 in at Ellis Island and made a quick 50 bucks. I mean, it was like 3 rolls. I think that point was a 6, got a 7. I was started on the don't pass just like I do here. And then I got a 3 craps, come out 3 rolls, 50 bucks. And then at the Orleans, Linda put in 200 bucks, same thing, looking for 50 bucks. And I don't remember what the rolls were, but it was, again, it was pretty quick. So 2 each. Okay, we don't need a rundown. 617. But yeah, I was impressed with how well the $100 win goal on Win Craps was doing. I mean, I was like, holy craps. I mean, I don't remember. I'd have to look at the spreadsheet, but it was in the low 40s before I got my first loss. And then they started coming, like I said, like back to back and, loss, one roll, one win, then a loss. They started coming hot and heavy. But again, through 68 sessions, I'm up 60, down 8, lost 8. And I'm still positive $2,000. So that's a huge improvement. 10, hard 10. Yeah, and like you said, by reducing the loss required, it actually works. I only need 5 to break even that way. Oh, I guess we were expecting something today. Well, at least they didn't try to deliver it to the back. Oops, dice off the table, no roll. Oh, 10, point hit. All right, I'm still up, so I'm just going to go 250 on the pass line. Now, if you go for $50 with a $200 bankroll, that works as well. Yeah, and that seems okay. Hey, Waylon, good afternoon. I was really only looking for 25, but it came so quick that I decided to go for 50. And then when we went to the Orleans, I just said, let's try 50. Well, we got 25 pretty quick, and I'm like, all right, you want to stop? And she's just like, no, keep going. So we went a little bit longer and got the $50, so it was good. All right, point is 9. I'm on the pass line. Eight, 5, 3, 8. Looking for a 9. Oh, clicky clack, 3 craps. AC doocy. As long as you are willing to what? To wah? You're willing to wah? Oh, walk away at a $200 loss. Yeah, all right. Yeah, that's a lot to risk for a $200 bankroll. Should have been a quarter. Should have just been 1 unit. And honestly, we probably could have won both of them for $100. 639, point hit. Ah! Don't need your help. Thank you. Bye-bye. 538.
Maybe if I feed them, they'll leave you alone. Yeah, you know. Your brother's still contemplating jumping on us for table. Yeah, you were about to get all wet.
Boxcars, midnight. Yeah, I mean, we put the 200 in the machine, so we were willing to loot that for 50 bucks. All right, all we need is a yo, yo, yo. Yeah, getting a little frisky now that they know there's not much going on up at the table. He like jumps up at my stick. 527. That's going to be a loser for me. All right, still in profit, so we're going to go 250 on the don't.
Oh, sorry. Gotta make sure they know.
Just wanted to help, yeah. And which is fine. I just didn't want him touching the dice, messing up the dice. 314, Little Joe.
Are you ready to eat? Yeah, you don't want to go to the trash can, please.
437 out. Eight, square pair. Yep, PSOs are my friend. IPTV. If you go for only $25, you run into the same issue as before where you need to go. Yeah. No, this was just messing around. This was not. I think for score, it's going to be the $500 bankroll, $100 win goal. This was just, hey, I'm in the casino. Let me play a little bit. So. 617, look at that. Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, if you can find a number that gives you close to that 4-1, 5-1. And I thought I looked at $100 before. Maybe I looked at it on Win Craps, running it through the actual auto bet thing. This time I'm just rolling it out manually. So I'm not doing anywhere near the number of rolls that I did before. And I did go back out and try it on that. And it was down, I think, for like close to 300,000 rolls. I think I was still down 3%, I think is what it ended up being. I lost $250,000 on $8 million. Again, 3%. It was like 8 million or 11 million wagered over those number of rolls. All right, 527. That's going to be a come out loser. All right, so that's going to come down. And now we're going to go 250 on the pass. Sounds like you had fun yesterday at the casino. Were you playing the retirement? That you said you were like 11 for 11? Sounds like you're making good profit on that one. All right, here we go. Hey, Scott, red eye here. Donna? I'm watching on my wife's iPad. Okay. All right, red eye. I got you. Yeah, 100 bucks today. Yeah, that was good. And I mean, it's very consistent. Oh, shoot, four. That's not a great number for us. All right, see if we can get another one. But like you said, in the long run, it's not, for me, it's not sustainable because of that requiring 10 wins to get it back, and it's just not what you see playing it for real. But 4 or 5, yeah, absolutely. That's a winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. So once I get my $500 bankroll replenished, I'll go back in the casino and start playing it for 100 bucks. 6, odd 6. I think the CEG or Casino Quest party is next Saturday. Charles is going to be in town, so I'm going to meet up with him on Friday, drag him over to the Orleans. So I'll probably play then. Won't quite be till the end of the month, but I'll have my $500 or close enough to be able to play that again, starting next week, into next week. And then we'll see. Those back-to-back-to-back losses, though, those are still pretty tough. You need a decent bankroll to be able to ride those out, but at least now I have confidence that it will recover. 639. All right, looking for a 4. Daniel Thompson, good afternoon, happy Friday. Quick in and out. Yeah, I like the quick in and out. 12-0, that's great. And yours is, what you're doing is quick in and out in 8 minutes. 8 minutes is good. 12-0 with a $1,000 bankroll, already in profit, $1,350. Yeah, that's awesome. So it's the, but you're playing a different recovery strategy than what Waylon rolled out, but it is a retirement plan, right? All right. Looking for a 4. Come on, 4. Yeah, 8 minutes at the table. That's great. Oh, 6-1. Oh, well, that's to be expected. All right, still in profit, so we're going to stick with the base 250. Don't pass. Oh, no roll. Dice off the table. Same dice. Six, 5, yo, 11, yo. That's going to be a loser. Lovely. All right, still at break even, so we're going to go 250 on the pass line. Four, 3, 7 out, or 7 winner. Come out, winner. Oh, what happened? I thought we had like 6 or 7. Now we're down to 4. I guess we'll see in a couple of minutes. Check the leaderboard. All right. Said hi to Daniel. Retirement plan. They show that like 10 different recovery methods. It was 8 minutes on bubble craps. Oh, awesome. So are you using one of those 10? Are you alternating between some of the different recovery methods that they demonstrated? 617, another come out winner. Oh, AC Doocy. That's a loser. All right, still in profit. So we're going to go 250 on the don't. Hard 10, down on the end. All right, IPTV. Red Eye says, I played your favorite Baccarat strategy last night. It was a struggle. So when I got up $25, I hit the door. Oh man, that sucks. But hey, at least you hit the door a winner. Yeah, sometimes it can be a struggle. Not very often, but absolutely can be. Sometimes you're like up, down, up, down, up, down. Just can't get any traction. So yeah, I hear you. Get back a little bit positive and say thank you. Yeah, I was telling IPTV and Dr. S. We stopped in at Ellis Island today, and I didn't record videos in either place, but we stopped in at Ellis Island and I put $200 in there, bubble craps, and it was 3 rolls. 6 was the point, immediate PSO with the 7, and then a 3, come out 3 craps. Rolls, $50. And then we went and stopped at the Orleans on the way back. And I sat down with the wife at the bubble craps, and she played. And she was up a quarter, she lost a quarter. I don't think she ever had to go up more than 1 unit. So then we switched sides to the pass. She won, and then she won again pretty quick. So she got her $50. That was nice. Quick crap session, that's what I like. 4-2. And then we also put in $200 at the Orleans, so that was what we were willing to risk. And she got that quarter pretty quick, and I'm like, all right, you want to stop? And she's like, no, keep playing. So we played couple more rolls. It wasn't very many rolls, but 639, Nina from Argentina. Oh, I missed the leaderboard. All right, let's check the leaderboard. Say hello to anybody I haven't said hello to yet. What do we got? Top Dog, Paradise, $250. Bubba Trader, good afternoon, 215. Red Eye, 109. Dr. S, upside down, 2K. Waylon, upside down. Oh, Waylon torched his whole bankroll. All right. And Seth torched his whole bankroll. Marty, welcome. Good afternoon. Just starting out. All right. And that's it. That's why we went down from 6 to 4, I guess. Here we go. Whoa, 639 again. And we know Charles is up at Cherokee taking them for all their nickels. Wish him the best of luck up there. All right, Daniel says, how many rolls do you wait before betting on a chucker? You appear to have a gift for rolling 7s. I do have a gift, but it's, you know what? When you're in a casino, you really see a lot of sevens. I don't think my rolls are inconsistent with what you see in a casino. Maybe you choose not to recognize the short rolls, but there are a lot of short rolls. But I do seem to have a knack for it. Jen's always giving me shit for that. But yeah, my SOR and SRR are right around 3. But again, I think what I see here on my table is pretty consistent with what you see on a real table in the casino. So I don't think it's that far skewed. All right, so to answer Daniel's question, how many rolls do you wait before betting on a clucker or a chucker? I don't know. I don't really bet on anybody else, so I'm not in a position to answer that one. I don't know why you would wait at all. I mean, if you're going to bet on a Randy, just bet on the Randy. Why would you wait to see that they're a Randy and then bet on them? Or I guess probably more likely you see that they're a Randy and you decide not to bet on them. So how many rolls does it take to decide they're a Randy? 1. If they're picking up the dice and just chucking them. Because I found personally, 4, hard 4, personally, I tend to stay away from anybody that's trying to influence a dice. Because even if they influence it at a very minor level or minor way, it still potentially changes the random probability. So personally, I would only bet on chicken feeders or chuckers, as you say. Because I am, for using the Wayland's Way crap strategy, the Baccarat strategy especially, I'm looking for pure random rolls. No mucking around. 5, 3, 8. I don't know if anybody else can answer Daniel's question. Yeah, I was kind of hoping to see Jeff Dice Setters because I know he spends a lot of time over at, that's a 10 at Ellis Island. But I didn't. The table was packed, but I didn't see anybody I recognized. All right, so that's going to be a loser. We're back to break even. So we're going to go 250 on pass line. $415, horse and buggy. All right. Dr. S says, I resemble that. Never waste a roll. Time on the table equals risk. Yeah, but if you're not betting on them, there's no risk. All right, if you only want to wait for somebody that actually appears to be manipulating the dice, then really you only need to watch a Randy for one roll to determine that they're a Randy. So to me, that's not wasting. I think betting on somebody that is trying to manipulate the dice without knowing whether they can or not, I think betting on them is risky. All right, so we're on the 5. We got the 8. Here we go. I'm looking for a 5. Come on, Fiva. No field 5. Oh, we got a 10. Twice as money as I needed. 6, 4, 10. $25 updates. Oh boy. A little cooler today, just a little over 100, I think, here in Las Vegas. Feels quite nice in the shade with a little breeze, and it's actually a cooler breeze. Not like you just opened up your oven at 500 degrees. Quite nice. Supposed to be warmer later in the week. Yeah, you're welcome, Daniel. Good question. Thanks for asking. Red Eye says, $25 was okay with me. Yeah, just going after a gallon of milk. Perfect. See, that's why I love the Baccarat, especially when you hit it quick, boom. Like, all right, I got to go buy something. Let me see if I can get a little bit of walking money real quick. 6 4 10. Oh, around the corner, 6 3 9. 5 4 9. Nines are coming easy now. Yeah, Seth got wiped out, so there's nobody on the bonus. That sucks. Daniel says, where can I find out what the Baccarat system is? Waylon's Way Craps. Just go to his channel and just type in Baccarat. He's got several different Baccarat strategies. So the one that I'm using is the line. So there's a Baccarat line with a ladder is what it's called, I believe. So it's basically taking the best, really these are the best lowest house edge bets on the craps table. And it's basically just going back and forth. So the reason it's called Baccarat is because it follows a winner, which a lot of Baccarat strategies are follow the winner type strategies. So it's basically you follow the winner. So if you bet on the don't, the don't is my preference just because that's my own bias. So I start on that. But you basically bet on one, and if you lose, then if you win, you stay on it. If you lose, you ladder up by 1 unit and you move to the other side. And if you win, you stay on that side and you reduce by 1 unit. So if you're already at 1 unit, obviously you're already at base. But when you move and you go up, now the way I've been playing it, which is a little bit different, is if I'm in profit at all, I don't ladder. But if I'm not in profit, then I ladder. 5 1 6. And what I choose to do is I will remain laddering. So let's say I go up to 4 minus 4, right? So I've been going back and forth, and I'm at 4 units. If I win, then I would typically stay on that side by the strategy and go down to 3 units. Now let's say I'm only down 1 unit or 2 units, right? So I'm putting 3 units at risk, but I could go back to 1 unit or 2 units at that point, but I think it works better to just kind of follow the strategy. So even if you're only down 1 unit or 2 units at that time and your bet is at 3 units because you've just come down, you won, you've come down from 4 units to 3 units, I would suggest just staying at the 3 units. It's a pretty strong strategy. So, but I will not go up if I'm in profit or at break even. So like right now I'm at break even, and even though I lost, I'm keeping it at the base unit. I moved to the other line, the other side, but I kept it at the base unit. 314, Little Joe from Kokomo. But he has several Baccarat. I think he's done Baccarat with the 6 and 8, the 4 and 10, probably the 5 and 9. But the one I like best is the line. That's the one I use. Because again, lowest house edge bets either side. And the beauty of the Baccarat is if you're getting whacked on the don't, you move to the pass, you get a 7 or 11, you got an instant come out winner. It just seems to work. The yin and yang of it seems to work really well. But it's not foolproof and you will lose. 538. But sure is fun when you're winning. You're not slowing it down. You're good. That's why we're here, brother. Don't worry about that. That's why we're here. Nobody's in a hurry to do any of this stuff. We're here to educate the community. I'm not rolling out anything unique. I don't have my own strategies, so we're just here to chat and help each other out. Like IPTV said, because I was struggling with the, $50 wins, which were great because it was like an ATM, but I was putting $500 at risk on my bankroll. And it was great when I was winning, but when you lose that $500 bankroll, it requires 10 wins at $50 to break even. And I wasn't getting that consistently. I wasn't getting 10 wins. So IPTV suggested the other day, well, bump it up so you're actually got a better win to loss ratio. Your recovery ratio is less. So by bumping it up to $100 win goal instead of $50, that's what I've been rolling out on WinCraps to test it, and it seems solid. So I'm going to start doing that because then I only need 5 wins to 1 loss for my $500 bankroll, and it seems very manageable that way. So I'm going to try it. Now, like I said, I think I'm at, what did I say, 60 and 8? Is that right? I think it's something like that. 60 wins to 8 losses. And the 8 losses are a full $500. The wins are plus $100 each. And I think overall I'm up $2,000 after those 68 sessions on WinCraps. So that's pretty good. The problem is sometimes those losses come back to back or very close to back to back. So you got to have the bankroll to be able to weather that. But beyond that, it's really solid. And like I said, I think it was close to 40 something, 45, 43 wins before I started hitting any losses. That always is nice, but not realistic. And it wasn't. It did catch up with me. 314, little Joe. All right, where am I at? Still looking for a 5. Damn, this is turning, holy gosh, 28 roller already. Damn, Randy's on fire. Like, Randy's on fire. Like, we're still on the 5? What the heck? All right, Randy, give me a 5. Just give me a gosh darn 5. That's all I'm looking for. My goodness. Oh, and we're almost at the half hour. There's a 5, came with a 3. That's an 8, 5, 3, 8. All right. All right, coming up on roll 30 here. Four, hard 4. Ballerina, puppy paws, ballerina. $415, we hit it. All right. Back in the positive. All right, so that's going to pay me $250. And there we go. All right, let's check the leaderboard. Sure, I'm falling down, but it's all right. Top dog, Marty, 604. Oh, I'm in second place at 250. Red Eyes got 157. Bubba Trader, 145. Dr. S is trying to come back, but he's still down about 2K. And Waylon's gone at minus 5K, and Seth is gone at minus 5K. All right. Hey, Cadillac Jack, what's going on? You guys a little bit cooler today? 516. All right, on the 6. Anybody can roll a 6, right? 5 ways to roll it, only 6 ways to lose. Red Eye says, playing the retirement at the $75 level. All right, well, you're doing all right. Daniel says, I found it. Thanks. I will watch it when you are done. Yeah, there you go. And he may have more than one out there. It's always best to look for like the latest one because that usually has his latest spin on it. The Baccarat at the basic is very easy. Easier than any of his other ones, I think. And like I said, to me it makes the most sense because again, you're playing two of the lowest house edge bets on the table. And I like that. It's not glamorous, but it's strong. It makes money most of the time. 617. Oh, thank heaven. Oh, no, I was still on the pass line. Dang it. Back to break even. All right, well, at least I'm still break even. All right, so now I'm going to go 250, which is my base unit for my 5K bankroll. 250 on the don't. Here we go. Still at break even, so we're not gonna ladder up. Like Dr. S said, never come to a craps table without a ladder. But no reason to ladder if you're at break even or in profit. 426, 2x4, lumber number. You're satisfied. There you go. Yep. Whalen preaches that. You got to be satisfied. When you're satisfied, stop. Don't push your luck. Like Dr. S said, time on the table equals risk. Generally, if you're betting, if you got money out there, the longer you're out there, the longer you're exposing yourself to that house edge, whatever it is. And in the long run, the house is going to win. So just don't do it. That's why I love the Baccarat, man. It's hit and run, in and out. I mean, could lose your bankroll quickly too, but whatever happens is going to be quick. And more times than not, hopefully you're going to leave with some money. Nothing better. There's not a better feeling that I know of than leaving with some of the casino's money. Money, how's that saying go? Money won is sweeter than money earned, like by work. And I think there's some truth to that. Because you're not having to expend work in the normal sense. In the conventional sense, I should say, not normal, but conventional. 6-5, yo, 11, yo. Yeah, there's some BMX bike thing going on over at the Orleans Arena. I guess it's open to the public, but I saw a bunch of kids running around outside on their bikes, BMX bikes. But yeah, man, around close to 100 degrees in the shade with a breeze, that is freaking glorious temperature right there, I'll tell you. 6-5, yo, 11, yo. Seems like I just heard that. Is there an echo in here? Echo, echo, echo. All right. Nice. Good job, Red Eye. 166 bucks. Call it the guillotine. Gets it over quick. Yeah, it's like ripping a Band-Aid off, right? No long, drawn out, slow death. It's like bam, bam. Who's that, chef? Bam, 426. That's going to be a loser. Yeah, it's not a winner if you're on the don't. There. All right, so now I'm down 1 unit. So now I'm going to go up. So I was on the don't for 1 unit, so now I'm going to go up 1 unit and move over to the pass line. So now I got 2 units on the pass line because I'm no longer in profit or break even. Here we go. All right, looking for that 7 or 11, and we got a 9 near 63. All right, so now we need to hit another 9, and if we lose on the pass line at 2 units, then we'll move to the don't pass for 3 units till we get back up into profit or break even. Come on, Nina. Nina. Cadillac Jack says, we had 1 inch of rain. Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, no, we all need it, but we didn't get any. I heard Arizona was in the crosshairs of that rain. 628. We did not get any, which I'm kind of glad today because today was the pouring the concrete day. Yesterday was prepping the lot for the concrete. Today was the pouring the concrete. So rain today would not have been a great thing. 628. All right, there we go. So now we just need our awning put up on the one side, our carport put up on the other, and we'll have plenty of shade. Looking forward to that. 628 again. Daniel says, does the retirement and baccarat strategies work on bubble craps? Yes. Yeah, Waylon says that Alicia, his girlfriend, is like 80-0 on the retirement plan on bubble craps. And they've got videos out there showing all the different tickets. So, and I only play the baccarat on bubble craps. I still play it at the same $25 level just because that's what I'm comfortable with. But you can play it at the $3 level, whatever your bubble craps is. Absolutely. Four, 3, 7 out. Dang it, that's a loser. 4, 3, 7. Did not get the 9. All right, so I lost 2 units. So now I got to go up to 3 units. So that's going to be 750. Yeah, I should just take a nickel. All right, 750 on the don't. Yeah, if you go look at my lives, I've got several bubble crap sessions where I played the baccarat on bubble craps. All right, so I'm down 750 and I'm up to 3 units, which is 750, and I'm on the don't pass. All right. There we go. Looking for that 2 or 3, and we got a 5. Got a 2 and a 3, but unfortunately they came together. All right, 5 is the point. Six, 4, 10 down on the end. Dr. S, you have not rolled a snake eyes all day. I'm sorry. Double Jack's wild. What's going on, Tommy? What's going on? All right, so I made an adjustment. So $100 win goal on the baccarat. Now you can go try it. Just make it $100. That way you'll get plenty of wins and get it back. The problem with the $50, the way I was playing it was it just takes too many wins to recover if you're using a $500 bankroll. So just bump it up to 100 and it works fine. And then you only need 5 wins to get it back. And that's much easier to get. When are you going to come out and visit? Patsy's going to be here at the end of the month he's going to be down at the South Point for a pool tournament. We're going to have to go down and visit him for that. I don't know that he'll make it over here or not. I know he's going to bowling. Oh, what did I say?
Pool.
Pool? Yeah, bowling. Yeah, bowling. Sorry. All good in Florida. All right. All right. All right. 628. Easy 8. Yeah, unfortunately we got cats, so I don't think Richie and Pat will be able to visit us here, but always good to see the gang. I guess their poker's tomorrow, right? Are you playing poker tomorrow?
Who are you talking to?
Tommy, yeah. I'll get there when it gets cooler. Yeah, I don't blame you for that. Don't blame me for that at all. 5-2, 7 winner. Okay, so that was a 7 winner. So I won 750, which is what I was down. And so now I'm back to break even. So typically, the way you would play, there's 750. The way you play the Baccarat, you would go from 3 units down to 2 units. But since I'm at break even, I'm just going to stay on this side and go back to base, whatever your base unit is. For me, it's going to be 250. All right, so now we're going to go back to base. We're at break even. And we're getting close to that quarter hour. There we go. All right, staying on the don't for 1 unit. Coming out. Here we go. Cadillac Jack. Smart at bubble. Jack's wild. Hot, hot. What? Heading east in the morning. Heading east. East from Florida? Where are you going? Bahamas? Can't go much further east than Florida. 325. Mark the 5. All right. Nina from Argentina. Cadillac Jack. All right. So you're heading east, so you're not playing poker, is that what you're saying? Daniel says, so many people on YouTube talk about how expensive Vegas is right now. What are your thoughts? Tougher than Tarzan's feet. I don't know. I mean, it's been expensive for a while. You know, I guess what is your definition of an expensive? If you're on the strip, then yeah, drinks, everything's expensive on the strip. You know, I'm living here now, so what's expensive? I mean, there's so many deals at the off-strip casinos. Not so many deals. I mean, for food, you know. So, and you got low table stakes. So there's plenty of opportunity for great gambling, great food deals. So I don't know. I don't see it. Obviously, the price of homes is going up. So, you know, a lot of the locals are getting pinched, the renters. But I hear rent's going down as well. So, all right. So we're up 1 unit. We're going to stay on the don't pass for 1 unit. Let's check the leaderboard because we're a little after quarter till. Leaderboard says number 1, Marty, 706. I'm number 2 at 250. Red Eye's number 3 at 166. And he said he's satisfied. Bubba Trader, 145 and gone. Cadillac Jack, 140, still playing. Dr. S, 102, still playing. And we know what happened to the others. All right, so that's where we're at. Let's keep going. All right, so 1 unit on the don't. So I don't know. like I said, I don't have to fly here. I don't have to rent a car. I don't have to, there's a lot of things that I don't have to do now that I live here. So I don't see it. I think the biggest thing is the tariffs, the uncertainty with the economy. I think, the Canadians not coming in because of the boycott or whatever with travel. A lot of international travel's down. So I think, the hotels are hurting. Certainly, all the local casinos seem to be doing all right. So the locals are definitely buoying up the local casinos. But, all right, that's a push on the don't. But the strip casinos are certainly, but when you look at it into the pre-COVID numbers, still not bad. Honestly, it's not bad. But they have been just cranking up between the resort fees and the cost of drinks, the cost of food, everything. They just keep cranking it up, cranking it up, cranking it up. So now people are backing off, and they're just like, oh my God, oh my God, So I don't know. I think they brought it on themselves, but because they're major corporations, are they going to immediately ratchet down? I don't think so. They're just too frickin' greedy. 628. I think the local casinos are more nimble when it comes to that because they're smaller. And they have adjusted, going from 6.5 to 3.2. Better gambling. All right. So we're on the 8, on the don't pass, looking for big red. All right, sorry. Yeah, you're welcome. Would you stay downtown or the Strip? Well, I don't know. Danny said you can get wings at. Yeah, I know. I was just telling my wife that, Cadillac Jack. I'm like, yeah, we got to go get the wings and the pizza at Palace Station. And I didn't even know they had upstairs there in the bowling area, that outside patio where he just did his recent video. I'm like, that looks really nice. If it was a little cooler out, that'd be very comfortable to sit out there. But that pizza for $5, and it looked like a good pizza. I mean, had the black marks, from like a wood fire grill marks on the crust, which is similar to what we got at Double Ott Pizzeria or whatever it's called. And that looked really good. And the wings look really good. So for $5, I was telling her, I'm like, shoot, for $10 we can eat nice. And Palace Station is beautiful. That is a beautiful property. 12 boxcars, absolutely gorgeous. I mean, most of the station casinos, I think, are a step above, certainly the Boyd casinos. We really like Green Valley Ranch. That's a beautiful casino. Red Rock's a beautiful casino. Palace Station's a beautiful casino. So, those are, and Santa Fe Station, we love Santa Fe Station. It's not the same caliber as the Palace Station or Red Rock or Green Valley, but it's a great property. Really love that. So, would I stay downtown? I think I would stay downtown, although, the racket of Fremont Street would probably turn me off. But if you can get a good deal at like Downtown Grand, because they're hurting right now, I would certainly stay at Downtown Grand. I would stay at maybe the Cal or Fremont, just off of Fremont Street. I wouldn't want to be right on Fremont Street, but close enough to where you can walk. I mean, it's vibrant down there between the Arts District. There's so much going on. From a gambler's perspective, I would certainly stay downtown over the Strip. Your dollar's going to go a lot further. I think you'll have a good time. Now, actually, Cadillac Jack was just down there. Ask Cadillac Jack. All right, so that was Daniel asked that question. Would you stay downtown or the Strip? All right, so Cadillac Jack, you were just down there. What do you think about staying downtown? No. Palace Station is right on Sahara and I-15. Samstown there's really nothing near Samstown. Used to be the East Side Cannery, but I think they sold that. 6.5 Yo. There's really nothing near Samstown. It's kind of by itself on Boulder Highway. There is the Boulder Station. Maybe that's what you're thinking of, on Boulder Highway there. And I don't know how close it is to Sam's Town, but it's not next door. All right, what am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? All right, so 8 is the point. I'm looking for the big red, and we're rolling. Cadillac Jack. I like downtown for the ease of walking to several casinos. Yep, one table could be just a few steps to the next. Yep, there you go. Yeah, he was just there recently. But yeah, I mean, the nightlife is very, very vibrant down there. It just depends on what you're looking for. Are you looking for the highbrow, high dollar? You want to get dressed up to the nines, have a nice meal, cocktails in a really nice, bar. It really depends. Or do you want to just, be more, I don't want to say blue collarish, but, not as formal and just have a good time. Then I think downtown's got to get much bigger bang for your buck. And if you don't want, and again, the proximity of all the different casinos, I think, you still have a lot of opportunity to gamble at different places. Whereas if you go to like a Santa Fe station, way out. I mean, that's way out. We loved it, like I said. And all of the station casinos, I mean, there's just so much going on. And Boyd's not bad. Obviously, the Orleans is right around the corner from us. That's our local. And there's so much to do there. But all the local casinos have a lot to offer. And they're big. There's plenty of gambling there. 6-5 yo. Sorry, 5-4-9. What the fuck? How the fuck did they get 6-5 yo out of a 5-4-9? Oh my God! Pay attention, Scott. My mouth is outpacing my brain as usual. Yeah, and a lot of the places downtown don't have resort fees, so you're going to get, again, bigger bang for your buck on the actual stay, like Binion's, Four Queens. But again, I wouldn't stay on Fremont Street. If I was going to go down there, I would stay, like I said, at the Cal or maybe Circa if they had a good enough deal, but they're kind of pricey. But Cal, Fremont, which are just off of Fremont, and then like I said, downtown Grand, something like that, where you're close enough, but not right there in the heart of the noisy area. All right, so that was an 8, which I didn't want. 5-3-8. Yeah, so I'm back to break even again. Shoot. All right, we got about 6 minutes left. Well, I'm not getting any traction today at all. All right, so I'm still at break even, so I'm going to stay at my base unit and just move over to the pass line. All right, looking for that 7 or 11. 7 or 11. So I've been up 2 units, but I haven't been up 3 yet. Hey, there's a come out winner, 43. 7 winner. All right, so that's going to pay me $250. Back up $250. Try it again. Try it again. Give me another 7 or 11. See what I mean by switching? You get whacked over here and you move over here and all of a sudden you get a 7 or 11 and gives you a nice little bump. And then you just got, the beauty of the Baccarat is you're only looking for 2 or 3, a streak of 2 or 3 wins to really get a good jump. See, now there's a 6-4-10. That's not great. All right, let's see if we can get a 10. All right, looks like 5 minutes till the hour. Ten is the point. What's the point, you ask? Well, 10, of course. Thanks, everybody. I'm making suggestions for my nephew 21st birthday next month. Cool. All right, heading to the Lido. All right, Dr. S, have a great weekend. Congratulations. Your ladder worked again. There you go. 426, 2x4 lumber number. All right, looking for 10. Looking for a 10. Probably maybe the last shooter here. Red Eye says, so you get 100, you have to catch a streak of 4 wins? Well, no. Yes, you have to have 4 wins to get $100, but you don't need a streak of 4, right? You can do it back and forth. But you need 4 wins. But again, a streak of 4, 2 or 3 or 4 even, it's not that hard. 4 is probably more challenging, but 2 or 3, definitely. So, but yes, you need 4 wins, obviously, if you're playing at the $25 level. All right, what did I do? 4, 2, 6. All right, so I'm still rolling. Here we go. Boxcars again. But that's what you're counting on. You're counting on a small streak of wins to go up before you have to move over to the other side. And generally you'll get those, right? All right, point is 10. I'm on the pass line. I'm looking for a 10. 10 would be grand. And we got boxcars again. Lots of 12s. Yeah, we're way over on our 12s. My goodness. Look at that. No 2s, like Dr. S said. No snake eyes so far today. All right. Yeah, no. You don't have to catch a streak of 4 wins to get that. I mean, it's going to be a couple here, but you just want to be up, right? You want to stay positive. And it only takes 2 or 3 to get you into that positive realm, so you're not having to press 639 to ladder, I should say, not press, but ladder. At least the way I'm playing it. I don't know if Waylon laddered all the time. He may have. I just don't see the need to ladder if you're in break even or in profit. I think Dr. S suggested that too, was no reason to risk more if you're at break even or in profit. Back to base. Back to base. Always go back to base as soon as you can. Putting less at risk. 628. Easy 8. All right, I guess this is going to be the last shooter. Oh, fuck. I pushed the wrong button. Son of a biscuit. I apologize. All right, well, I guess I'll end it there since I screwed it up. Damn it, that was a 628. All right, well, it is 5 o'clock. Thank you guys for joining me. This is Scott from Paradise Craps. Have a great weekend. Hope to see some of you back here on Monday. Same craps time, same craps channel. Next week's going to be a busy week for us. Man, oh man. What are we doing Monday? Monday we're doing something, and then Friday, Tuesday. Oh my goodness. Yeah, next week's a busy week. Should be fun. All right. Sorry about that. Let's look at the leaderboard. I apologize one last time here. Marty, top dog, $1,300. Dr. S was number 2 at 536. Red Eye number 3 at 166. Bubba Trader 145 and gone. Cadillac Jack 159. Paradise was break even. Justice Jen break even. And Waylon and Seth both wiped out their bankroll. All right, I apologize for screwing that up again. I don't want to be consistent in that, but I do seem to do it more often than I should. All right, take care, everybody. Again, have a great weekend. David Brock, what's going on? You're welcome. All right, I'm a little confused. If you go back to base when even, that seems kind of hard. Why does that seem kind of hard? Yeah, you're welcome, Daniel. Yeah, just go back to base. Go back. What's hard about that? You mean trying to get ahead? No, again, all you're looking for is 2 or 3 wins, right? So if you're up, so you go back to base, say $25. all right, and you lose, then now you start laddering, right, 2 units. All right, if you go back to bait, let's say you're at $50 and you win, and you go, well, what's a good example? So say you're at $100 on the pass line, right? So you've laddered up to a $100 4-unit bet on the pass line, and you're down, say you're down 100 and a quarter. Let's say you're down 100 and a quarter. So you've laddered up to 4 units. All right, so now you win on the pass line, so you win $100. So now you're down $25. So again, at that point, you're still down $25. So I would recommend going 3 units, just ladder back 1 unit, go to 3 units, okay? But if you're at a plus 50, let's say, all right, so you're at plus 50 and you lose on the don't pass, all right, you lose on the don't pass, so now you're at plus 25, 1 unit. So you lost that 25. I wouldn't go up on the pass line. I would stay at the base level. Just move it over to the pass line. There's no reason to put 2 units at risk because you're still up 1 unit over here, right? You're still up $25. So why put 2 units at risk when you're already up? Just stay at the same level. So now if you win here, now you're up 2 units again and you just stay there. If you lose here, now you're a break even. Again, I wouldn't go up. I would just move it back to the don't pass. Still move, but don't go up. And then hopefully you'll get a couple of wins here and you'll win again and you'll win again. So you're up $75 and now you lose. All right. So now you got to go back. But again, you're up $75. You just lost a quarter. Now you're up $50. Just move it over to the pass line. Right. And try again. So you're looking for 2 or 3 hits at that level, at that $25 level, and you're not putting more at risk than you need to. That was my point. All right. See you guys later. Have a great weekend. Scott from Paradise Craps.